Welcome to Just Learn Design and Development Training channel. Mastering SwiftUI, develop apps for Apple devices. This video tutorial part 4, you are going to develop complete horizontal image slider, or you can say horizontal image carousel app. This part 4, I am going to segregate a different section to make your development easy and clear. Meantime, you will learn more about the Xcode when you develop this app. My basic assumption is you must know the basic of programming and how to operate the Mac computer. If you are totally new for the programming or you don't know the Swift programming language, you can learn Swift programming language from Apple official website. Here you can learn all the Swift programming language basics, basic operators, strings. You can practice all this in the Xcode Playground. Let me show you how to work with the Playground. In the Xcode, we are not going to create any new project. Now, close this panel. You can say File, New, Playground. There you can select iOS blank. So, Xcode has given the default name, My Playground, for this Playground project. So, if you want, you can change this Playground file name. I am leaving now default name. I am going to store this file in my desktop. Create. Xcode Playground is an interactive learning environment within the Xcode IDE for developing application using the Swift programming language. You can refer the official Swift programming language reference guide and practice in this Playground. I will show you few things. Open this panel. This is the debug area where you can see the result. Now, if you click run, it won't show anything because the reason is we didn't give any output command over here. So now I am going to give print. Print is one of the function. You can print whatever you wish or you can print the given variable. Now run this. Now it says hello playground because we have stored greeting variable this value. Now I am going to change this value, then print. The output will be changed to welcome to Mastering SwiftUI. Okay, Xcode Playground provides a hands-on approach to learning Swift and experimenting with the code snippets directly within the Playground interface. I am not going to teach Swift programming language in this tutorial. I will release separate tutorial Swift programming for beginners. Meantime, you can learn entire Swift programming language using the Swift official reference guide. Then practice that code in the Playground. Now let us close the Playground. Then you have to install the SF Symbols 5 from the Apple developer site. I have given this link also in the description. You can click and install this SF Symbols. Another important one, you must install all the fonts, Apple developer fonts, to your Mac computer. This link also I have given in the description. You can go to the fonts for Apple platform. You can download all this font. Arabic and another language is not required for this course. You have to download SF Pro, Compact and Mono and New York fonts. Get these fonts. You need to design interfaces for your apps on Apple platforms. These fonts are designed to optimally display text at a variety of sizes and in a wide range of language across multiple interfaces. So, before starting this course, you have to install all the Apple developer fonts in your Mac. Another one, you have to download all the assets which you are going to use in this project, like images, all the images, download from the given link. Now, let us create Xcode new project. Let us open Xcode. Xcode you can open from the application folder or you can search and open Spotlight search, as well as you can open from the launch pad. Okay, let me open Xcode. Create new project. You can create new project from the welcome screen or you can go to the file, new, then choose the project. Okay, let us create from the welcome screen. Okay, as you know that you have to select iOS, then app. Product name, I am going to give horizontal scrolling images. Theme, I have selected my Apple ID. If you have one, you can select your Apple ID, or you can create from the developer website. It is free. If you choose none, the problem is you cannot experiment your app in real devices. So that select one of your Apple ID. I have selected this. Organization identifier, I already explained, the DNS name should be in the reverse order. My own site is smstechnologypark.com. I have to give com.smstechnologypark. Bundle identifier will be created by Xcode using the organization identifier plus product name. Interface, you have to select SwiftUI. For SwiftUI, only language available, Swift only. Storage, we are not going to use any Swift data or core data, leave it none. If it is already selected, include test. You have to deselect this. Click next. I am going to store these apps, one of my folder Mastering SwiftUI, which is created in the desktop. You can create your apps wherever you wish. If create Git repository on my Mac, if this option selected, deselect this. From here you can create the new folder, you can store your app as well. This is the default Xcode IDE. You can customize this IDE as per your wish. This is the project navigator where you can see your Swift file. If you add more SwiftUI views, that will be added here. You can navigate through this panel. This is the code editor where Xcode created default code with a small one sample image and one text, hello world. This image globe is actually from SF symbols. You can change this image or you can delete entire this code. You can recreate your own code over here. Now let me open SF symbol. From the SF symbol, you can choose any images, system images as per your requirement. Now let me choose home. This is the name of the image. You can take this name, then come back to the Xcode, replace this globe with, then your preview has changed. This is the preview window. Whatever changes you are doing in your code, that will be reflected in this preview. This is the debug panel where you can see your values and you can write some debug code. That result will be appear here. This is the inspector. If you choose something, that will be reflected here. This is the modifiers where you can change the property of image. For example, if you say resizable, the image size has been increased. It looks awkward. So how do we fix this? Add these modifiers. Scaled to fit. Okay, now it has been fit to the particular size. Now if you choose this image, the inspector window shows the property of this image. It will show all the modifiers all the modifiers which you want to change. For example, the default is image scale is large. You can change the medium. That code immediately will be added to image modifiers. Large. See, now you can see this is the large. Similar way, you can modify the text property also. Font, I want to say the large title. See, immediately the large title added with the text property. Weight, I am saying bold. See, immediately the font weight bold added here. Normally we are not going to use this panel. We are going to type manually all this property. That will make you more depth knowledge in SwiftUI modifiers. Okay, let me hide this one using this panel. So you will get more space also. Now I am saying foreground color. Immediately Xcode help will highlight what is the relevant command for this. You can select that also. I will give the dot red. This dot is the syntax for the modifiers red. So the preview has been changed. Now this debug panel also I don't want now. You can hide this panel also. Preview also you can increase or decrease the size of the preview. Okay. Now this Xcode IDE you can customize using the settings, Xcode settings. There are so many themes are there. We are using time being default. You can change the dusk, you can change the high contrast dark, presentation dark. I have selected presentation dark. You can select any one of the theme as per your wish. You can add image text from click this plus folder. You can find out all the objects library, button, text, image, control group, depth stack. We will learn more about this later. You can find the modifier also from here. You have to use proper modifier which is related to image, then text modifier which is related to text. Now let me add text. You can search and select also text, but we are not going to use this. Okay, now this has been added in the preview. If you want, you can change the font, headline. Okay, now we have written small code with the help of Xcode. This V stack I will explain later. This is vertical stack. If you remove this, this is comment. This is single line comment. You can make multi-line comment also. See the corner. It has become awkward. It didn't arrange it properly, so that we are using vertical stack. Then padding. Padding is giving the space all the side. Look at here. It has created space top, bottom, and left and right. Okay. Now I have assumed that you have already downloaded your assets. Click assets.xc assets, where you can keep your accent color and app icon. We are not going to add anything here now. Now look at I have downloaded all the images in one of my folder. If you open this folder, you can see each animal is with the 3 different name. If you look at this folder, you can see all animal name has 3 file with the extension PNG. This is because your app may run in the different devices, so that it has 3 different image files for one animal. It means that camel.png is for the single resolution. Camel at 2x is the better than camel.png. Camel at 3x will be far better than camel and camel 2x. So this at 2x, at 3x will be ignored by Xcode. It will take only the animal name like camel. I will explain this later in detail. Now drag and drop that folder into your assets. Yes, in the assets. Now you can use this. See here 1x, 2x, 3x, all the images. Now this code, horizontal scrolling images app, is the startup application automatically created by Xcode. From here you have to call whichever view you want to start with. By default, content view is the startup view. This is the content view. So your app started content view. From here you can add more views to. This is a SF symbol. You have to use system name, then name of the symbol. Now I am going to use lion. Okay, the image has been replaced with lion. Here I am going to say lion. Okay. Now here I am going to give some description about the lion. I will give these descriptions later on. I have copied this description from one of my file. You can download this one later. Now I am going to add another text in between line and description of the line. Text font dot, this dot is mandatory for modifiers. Title, you can select a different title. I have selected title. Then font weight. Xcode provided the assistance to select the font weight. I have selected bold. Foreground color dot foreground color blue. Now this description also I have changed. Font is not a headline. Font is body. You can immediately see the preview multi-line text alignment. Leading this text I am going to align with center. See the changes. You have to understand one thing. Actually, our objective of this app development is horizontal scrolling images. This app should show all these images one by one or randomly. So this is what we are going to do in our next section. Now think about how do we manage these multiple animals in this code. We will see next section. Stay connected. If you don't subscribe, please subscribe. Share this video to your friends. Like, whether it is positive or negative, write your comments, which will enable me to fine tuning this channel. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next video.